Hey Raphael, welcome, welcome. We're just setting up the race basically. Hey Feka, welcome, welcome. I haven't looked at my phone all day, so no. Okay, that seems surprisingly loud. Let me actually drop that a bit.
Hang on. Wait.
Hey Rory. Sorry Feka, I didn't read it. Hey Catnip. I haven't touched my phone all day, really. Okay, if Rory would get ready, we could get this show on the road. It's already gonna be late enough this way as it is. So let's see, who is in here? I've seen Catnip. Catnip? Ah, there you are. Let me turn you up a bit so I can actually hear you. Rory, you there?
There we go. Hello. Let's click minimize and not close this time.
That seems like a smart idea, yeah.
Alright. Ooh. Right. Alright. Update that. Dean actually did.
So here I was, thinking I could just randomly drop in on your race and surprise you, and then...
Yeah.
Dude! That feel when you want to surprise somebody and then they decide to not go through with it.
Yeah. I just need to...
Okay, let's go. Oh, sorry, Raphael. Sorry. My bad. Let me actually type that correctly. Okay, guys, how's the audio? If audio is good, I'm good to go.
Right. Give me 2 seconds. I need to do my party setup, and then I need to change the channel across to PC again, so that I see the count. Oh, hang on a second. Give me two. Oh, I just knocked over my drink.
Well, I mean, I might as well change the name of my game quickly, or change the title to say that it's a race. I know I don't have a white mage. This category doesn't use a white mage, actually.
This category is basically the best category and simultaneously the worst category.
So I've heard. So I've heard.
Yeah. Okay, I need to... I've only got one screen at the moment between my game and also my PC, and because I'm using it through a capture card with the delay, I have to tab back and forth every time I want to do anything on one screen.
Also,
I'm gonna
Nikki,
need you to.
before I forget, congrats on your sub 128.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
So quickly, dude. So quickly. She's been running PSP for what, a week now?
16th attempt.
Okay, this looks good. Let's
Okay,
go.
I'm gonna need you to audibly count down the countdown for me.
No
I won't be able to see
worries.
it.
No worries.
Ooh. Right. You ready?
I'm ready.
I really hate this category. There we go. No, that's the wrong channel. It's fine.
Here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Good luck.
Good luck.
Hey, Eagle. Well, I mean, Pigman, you said it yourself that you're still at school, so yeah, there's that. So, time for like the worst possible category, and we're just gonna drop in by by casually beating the world record holder. Yeah, because we can.
Hopefully. I just want to get rid of this record. Because literally, if this record gets beaten, then that means that there's finally going to be a good run. Like, that's basically it.
Yeah, Nikki got the third place time today. On one of, like, she's only just started the PSP category, which makes it pretty insane. World record for this, I don't know. For PSP, it's 127.01.
For PSX, it's a 3. I can't even remember my own PB at this point. It's a 314 something.
Yeah, something along those lines. You need to actually hold circle to run, don't you?
Yep.
Oh god, I already hate this category because of that.
Yeah, you're telling me. I actually just hold circle to run. Like, I turn on the like the automatic run in PSP in GBA, but I still hold the button. not do it.
Oh, sorry, Raphael, I completely missed the message there. Thanks, I guess. Eagle, he'll be back. I'm not too worried. Feka is one of my real-life friends, so if anything, he'll be back.
This is a terrible Garland fight.
You're at the Garland fight already?
Yep.
Oh god. Do you even get to level 2 before Garland?
Nope.
Okay.
Levels are meaningless in PSX. Well,
Good to know.
not meaningless, but yeah, there's only one point where I actually go out of my way for levels. Like, if I find find encounters that are easy to kill, then I'll kill them and take the experience. But
Fair enough. I mean, that says exactly how much I know of this category. Okay, that was Garland.
that's not bad. That's not bad at all.
There we go, 312. Okay, see ya, Raphael. Thanks for dropping in.
One thing that's nice about this category is the bridge cutscene. You don't need to press any buttons for it.
Oh, that's good to know. Text isn't instant in this game, is it?
Nope.
Rory.
That's why one of the first things I do is set text speed to fastest.
Oh yeah, I mean, I figured that much, but still. No instant text feels Batman.
Yeah.
Like, I really don't understand why you like this category at all, Rory.
I don't either, to be honest. It's because it's the only category that no one else wants to run, I think. I'm gonna actually get Cure for once.
I already got Cure because I believe your notes mentioned to get it at some point. Doesn't?
Yeah, mine mentioned to get it after.
Oh.
I don't know why.
I just got them before. Oh, whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't make too much, but I think the difference between getting it before and getting it after is minuscule.
Well, I mean, I'd imagine it'd be faster to get it before because less moving around in town.
Mm.
A blind run means he's never played the game before. Basically what I'm doing right now is a blind run. I have no idea of what the route is. I have notes with me for the route, but that's just about it. So I have literally no idea what I'm doing, and I've got no idea what to expect. Is the cutscene skippable?
Nope.
Oh, come on, dude. Do I need to match for it?
Nope.
Okay, well, at least that's something. Oh, it's so slow, too. And so the journey began. As the warriors of light, the four youths faced a staggering mission and a stormy destiny. The four crystals they carried remained a mystery to them. In ages past, those crystals had radiated a dazzling light.
You're not that far behind me, actually, at this point.
The time for heroes is at hand. Darkness must be banished, so the light of peace can illuminate the world once more. I do love that theme, though.
Oh, it's a good theme. It's such a good theme. A couple of things to note, you can actually use various different buttons on the controller to open different parts of the menu.
Oh,
That's
okay.
why in the notes I've got, it says menu square.
What does that
opens
do?
items. And then the most important one of the run, R2. R2 opens the memo save screen.
Yeah, I think I've seen your message about that. Wait, was that the message you were referring to earlier, Feke? Because I have seen that one.
Counter right.
Oh, ambush! Seriously.
Yep.
Fun. I love oh, right. LNR doesn't actually do anything.
Nope.
Oh, come on. I hate this category.
Yeah. It's worse than NES because with this it's random encounters. It's pretty much a similar route except bugs are fixed and things like temper actually work, but it's still.
Oh god, I hate
that.
this. I hate this already. What did I get into again? Ah, come on, wolves, let me run. Please. It's not hard to run from wolves. Well, actually it is, but...
So hard.
Can I reset just over these wolves?
This is why I don't have a decent time, because of how much I reset in the first 10 minutes. It's just like... There we go.
Okay, I got away from those wolves. Let's go. I mean, for the sake of the argument, we'll say that because of the max HP, you're the strongest, Kappa. Just to piss Feka off a bit.
HP is a very weird thing in this, in all of the Final Fantasy games, but I notice it more in this version. But basically, red mages, they get like a coin toss as to whether they get like a +3 to their health or like a +20 or something like that, and it's just
Yep. I know.
Jeez.
Same
Yeah.
in PSP and GBA.
I don't know. Yeah, it's the same across the board, but I don't know why. But I just notice it more. It's weird.
Okay, we're just gonna kill this thing because it's. Also, why is the encounter rate this bad? Is it always?
It varies very drastically in this run.
So what
Like,
are you up to
I can
right
save
now?
up almost a minute on pirates, and I still lost like a good 20 seconds to pirates.
I actually can get live comparison against you. So how do you do the pirates fight? Just attack?
Just punch him to death, yeah. At first, one thing that the whip used to do, and I used to do as well at one point, was we would get sleep, which has potential to make the battle much faster, just because you completely skip all of their turns essentially.
Hmm.
But it's just not worth picking it up.
Well, Sandbag, that doesn't surprise me from you. I mean, the playing part, especially this not speedrunning, it doesn't surprise me either. I mean, this category seems pretty bad. But then again, I've been known to do bad categories. I mean, I just want to casually beat Rory's record right now, just for the fun of it.
Everyone is more than welcome to try. I'm really bad at 15 puzzle today. What is this?
Well, it gives me a bit of time to catch up because I'm horrible at 15 puzzle. So I need you to be even worse. So that was, yeah, I just lost 38 seconds on you. On frickin' pirates. I'm only a minute and a half behind, 11 minutes in. That's fair, right?
That's not too bad.
Oh, the pirates don't disappear in this? Cool. There is me bonking into them for like 5 seconds. Do you hold circle or do you hold the other one?
For 15 puzzle, you hold X and then spam circle. I always remember it as you hold the button that accepts and you spam the button that cancels things.
Okay, well, okay, there we go.
Yeah, it's a lot more presses. I'm gonna take the time to do a third. It's a race, I want to be safe. Which is a relative term.
Yeah, in this game it would be. So you just need to go under a minute, right?
I think it's under 2 minutes on this version even.
Okay.
You need to get first place. Like if you're going for being super risky, like I do, then it's just twice. But wow, I lost a good chunk of time there. If you do it, you can get away with doing it only twice if you know exactly how you're going to spend every individual gil, essentially. But having the extra gil means you can do things quicker. Hey Sly, thanks for the good luck, man. How you doing today? Oh yes, yes. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, I hate this game more often than not at this point in the run for one particular and very valid reason, and that's ship encounters. They just are the worst, and I don't even. They're just so bad. I think that's just across the board. They'll always be bad, but. Just use the N. I'm trying to think what it says in my notes actually, because for this bit. Yeah, it does say to use the end first. It will also then goes on to say heal with potions, which makes 0 sense. Also, one thing I really like about this version is you can buy spells in advance.
Oh, that's pretty good at least.
Yeah.
Sounds
So
like
I
this
don't
game
have
at
to-
least has one upside.
Yeah. That and Chaos only has 8,000 health.
Well, okay, yeah, that's fair.
Which is the biggest upside. I honestly, this party setup is the best, I think, for speed across. If you're doing glitchless, I'd say this party setup is the best across the board up until Chaos. Then Chaos is the reason why we don't use it in other versions, to be honest.
That's yeah. I gotta agree there. Hold on, I gotta actually properly do 15 puzzle because I'm pretty bad at it.
Just wondering if I've got enough. Oh, that also reminds me, it says to buy cottages. Don't bother buying cottages.
Okay, whatever. That'll do.
As long as you get, I think, way back when the minimum used to be 2,500 or 25,000, so
Wait,
two
you just-
first and a second. Yeah.
So we just go to Elfheim, I'm assuming, after we get steel.
Yeah.
Yeah, no thanks, Sandbag. No thanks. First and foremost, because I would preferably run PSP. But even then, yeah, no thanks. Oh, come on, seriously? Is this hard to hit, somehow?
What is it?
I'm trying to kill some big eyes because, you know, they're annoying.
They're not normal. One steps. Stop with the one steps. They're not normally. They're normally not too bad to kill at all.
I'm just missing everything. Like, I've done 3 attacks and I haven't hit a single one. Make that 4. Yeah, we're just gonna be doing this because this is dumb.
Yep.
I had a memo save.
Yeah. There was a while where I would pretty much try and exclusively avoid every encounter from Earth Cavern onwards by memo saving, and even though it was fast-ish, like it wasn't much different from doing it without memo saving. You would be at the same point in the run between doing it and not doing it, but there'd be a good like 12 level difference.
Oh yeah, I'd imagine so.
So I've stopped doing it now. I'm like, it doesn't seem worth it.
I'm just trying to run because these are just annoying encounters, but it's just not letting me.
Your sheep's not bad.
Okay. Game, if you could preferably not kill me on the... Okay, never mind.
If someone dies, it's not a huge issue because there's a church in Elfheim.
Yeah, I know.
There's a few places where people dying is not at all even a bad thing in this run, I found.
No, I'm pretty close to Elfheim, so I'm not even gonna bother with it, but it's just done. And then I get two-stepped, because what a game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, seizure warning right there.
Oh yeah, that is something that's another thing, is that Mount Gulg sucks a lot. Like, we're talking is the worst thing. Like, I honestly reckon that Mount Gulg is single-handedly the reason why this will never be run at a marathon. Because I can guarantee you that it will cause someone to die. Just all of the flashing. It's
yeah,
awful.
I can see that. I gotta say that I can see that. Okay, what else do I buy here? I got that. Oh, gold needles.
Come on, run away.
Two of those. Two of
Ah.
those. Welcome back, Raphael. Whoops, that's not what I meant to do, but whatever. So I just legitimately saved.
Is that because you went into the inn by any chance, or was that...
Yeah, I went into the end.
That happens to me more often than I'd like to admit. Especially, it always happens a lot for me as well, soon after I'm working on segmented attempts. So I'm just like, right, save. No, what? What am I doing? I need to finish that off. I'm currently... my segmented run is currently sad, like Earth Cave Part Run 1. So I need to get around to that. But it's the one thing that's really annoying is that there's quite a lot of places where I'm already seeing like bits where I'm like, okay, that didn't go as well as it could have, and it's only like half an hour into the run.
Still, you're a fair bit into the run. You might as well at least finish it.
Yeah.
Come on, wolves, let me go. This is not difficult. Can we up our chances to run in any way?
Nope. Not that I'm aware of. If you find anything, please let me know. But I haven't... I'm not aware of anything.
Dang,
I played
that's
around with the idea of
unfortunate.
using a thief.
Hey Tom, what's up? What's the
Wow.
good news? What's the bad news?
Good news is it's Friday tomorrow, but the bad news is that 100,000 years from now the Earth will be uninhabitable, so... I'm just gonna kill this encounter. No, I can't. It'll take me like 3 rounds to kill it anyway. Oh, jeez. This is actually the definition of a terrible encounter. I've been here for like a minute and a half now. If I start to lose potential time save to Astos before I leave Marsh Cave, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna be so mad.
You've got the crown then, I'm assuming.
Hmm?
Dang. That makes me sad, because I only just entered Marsh.
I'm like a good 2 minutes. I don't even want to look at how far behind PB I am right now, though. Because my beginning game in PB is just...
Yeah, are you streaming Rory?
Yeah.
Then yes. So just look up Rory Extra Life and you should be able to find him.
It'll probably pop up if you look at the game directory for FF1.
Yeah.
As well. I'm like a good 2 minutes behind PB already, and I'm gonna bleed time before I even talk to Astos, I think.
Well, nearest to me thinking I can casually beat world record Kappa.
It took me a long time to get, even though it's not even something that's that good. Like, it took me way longer than I'd like to admit to get world record in this game. Like, I had a period of over a year where I actually didn't PB.
His Twitch name is Rory Extra Life. But if you just click Final Fantasy, you know, somewhere above there somewhere, should be the game I'm running under. You should be able to find it. Okay, I just got the crown.
Nice. I can apparently save over a minute on this segment? What? What the hell happened in my PB? That's what I want to know. Also, Whip seems to believe that there's black magic involved in the Astos fight, where if you switch the warrior in the first slot with the red mage, then Astos never casts death, which I have found to be not true.
I mean, it's about as accurate as diagonal ship movement, remember?
That works if it's frame perfect movement. Oh no, not a red mage. Not a red mage. No. Ah. Oh. Okay. Wait.
Tom, have you looked up how the world record run does it? That might help to see how to do that.
What was he asking about?
Oh, he's trying to speedrun Kerbal Space Program.
Ah! I have never played Kerbal Space Program. I've heard it's actually a fun game to play casually, but...
It is. I've played it myself a few times.
Oh, that's something as well that I need to mention. If anyone dies to Astos, if it's a red mage, then it's not the best thing in the world, but it doesn't really matter. But basically, keep them dead until you go to Cornelia to pick up the nitro powder.
Why?
Because it's way more expensive to revive them in Elfheim, and secondly, it means that your red mage that's alive, or both red mages even, will actually, hopefully, be high enough level by the time you reach Lich to cast haste. It's not the end of the world if they can't, it just makes the fight a bit easier.
Okay.
But
hey,
generally
Saito!
speaking...
Wait, Saito, how am I only mentioning you're here now? That's dumb of me. I should have mentioned way, or I should have seen way sooner. Welcome.
Yeah, it's because of the fact that you've got like 3 people alive instead of 4. You know how the experience works in this game.
Yeah.
But basically, having a 4th person dead, like, as long as one of them has haste, it's fine. and it just when you kill the encounters that you would normally kill in this run, you know, it just makes it safer, or makes it more likely.
Mm-hmm. So what do you do if a warrior dies? You just revive him in Elfheim, I'm assuming?
Nah, warriors. If a warrior dies, that's best case scenario, because warriors levels, really, you just need them to have a couple of hundred health. That's all. That's the only like requirement for warriors.
Okay.
When it comes to the entire run, is just make sure they have quite a bit of health, and you're fine. And then with red mages, it's mainly just red mages you need to worry about their levels, and that's only at 2 points, and that's whether or not you can use haste on Lich, which if you can't, it's not even a problem, and getting teleport. Ugh, run. Because teleport is on the same magic level as life is as well. And Cure 3, both of which you really do need.
Yeah, I would imagine so. Okay, I just killed Astos. One of my warriors did end up dying.
That's fine. Yeah. I tend to keep whoever dies dead until I get nitro powder, and then I revive them. Oh,
Okay.
see encounter.
That's fair. Then let me do just that.
My red mage high enough level to cast the fire too yet? His Bolt 2 as well. Ooh, that's good.
Yeah, Feka, I know you did. I know you ended up killing Astos. But we still have a long way to go, so it's far from done. But we'll see how things turn out. Okay, getting encounters every 3 steps doesn't really help game. You know that, I know that, so can we stop with all the crap?
Yeah. Ugh.
Like, this is not how I casually beat Rory's record. And that was my intention today. I mean, I succeeded in glitchless, PSP glitchless.
Ah, yeah, you just sort of was like, I'll give it a go. And then I'm just sort of second place out of a sudden. I'm like, ah. I think PSP glitchless is just a category I'm never going to touch again, though, because it's just, at the end of the day, it's essentially the same as GBA. So it's like, there's not really much of a reason to run on it.
Yeah, and you came up with a category back in the day, and I was just like, yeah, you know, we'll give it a go. And then I casually beat you by like 2 minutes. And then
you got it down to like a 3-0 something, didn't you?
Yeah, 302 now. 302.44. But then again, I mean, I've actually been running GBA a bit recently.
Wow. I literally just picked up the Jolt Tonic, and I'm already losing potential time save for Mystic Key segment. Like, that's actually stupid.
Well, I'm 3 tiles before my ship, being very much annoyed by a bunch of wolves.
Hmm.
So, you got some time, don't you worry.
That's actually something that's happening. Very slowly, but very surely. I'll do that at some point, but it'll probably be like a run that I save for like if I ever decide to completely retire FF1, I'll do it, and then that'll be the last thing I ever do.
What will be?
GBA all bosses.
Well, I mean, I'm actually planning to do GBA full bestiary soon, so...
Ooh. Why?
I mean,
it would essentially be like all bestiary PSP without 12 hours of Chronodia. But, or, how much was it? It was like 6 hours of just doing...
Yeah,
Labyrinth
about
time?
that. 5 to 6 hours, rough. Or no. Yeah, something like that. 5 to 6 hours, I'd say.
Jeez.
I mean, it's only a 12 or 11.5 hour run for PSP. Okay, this is just getting dumb now. Come on. I'll just beat up these Sahagins, because why not?
Don't even know where I'm going. I just went the very longest way to get to the chest to the back.
But yeah, I actually suggested it to Leonis earlier today, and we might be running that during my holiday at some point. Yes, it would have been. It would have been significantly faster if I just opted to kill them to begin with. Now I know. Don't run from Sahagins, just kill them. It's faster.
Yeah, I'm always skeptical about Sahagin because I'm like, I can flee maybe, but then by the time you've like queued up the flee, you're like, oh no, this isn't happening, is it?
Ah, I gotta get used to actually holding B when trying to run. It's queued up to my B button, hence B, but...
Actually, I remember what I accidentally do sometimes, and that's buy all the potions and antidotes I need, and then try to revive people, only to find out that I'm not able to afford it. At which point I have to
sounds
sell a
like
bunch of
something
crap
I
for
would
no
do.
reason. Yeah. Oh wow, oh no, I think we're good. I completely forgot that I did 15 puzzle an extra time this time. It's all good. Don't think that was quicker than walking thing.
Yeah, no worries, Raphael. I'll see you around tomorrow. Goodbye, shark. Let's just not. We'll just kill a shark because they're sharks and sharks are dumb.
Mm.
No, I hate Sahagin Big Eye packs, dude. So
Yeah.
bad.
I think I've recently gotten into the habit of trying to, if I don't flee immediately first time, my next thing is that I queue enough people to kill the big eyes, and queue the rest to flee. And at least then they can't paralyze whoever is trying to flee.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they
seems
might
fair.
do it beforehand, but
Don't worry, Catnip. We'll revive you soon enough. You're not dead. You're just, taking a nap.
having a nap.
Just a nap. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, I'm losing surprisingly little time on you on Mystic Key, considering how bad that was.
Yeah, I had a fairly bad Mystic Key.
You'll see in a little bit, You'll see. We'll wake you up soon enough. Yeah, I lost 26 seconds on you there.
Not too bad at all.
So, I'm only almost 4 minutes behind. Because reasons.
I think if you're about 4 minutes behind, then you're still on pace to beat Whip. If I remember correct, I can't exactly. I've got the comparison still, I think, but I think you're still comfortably on pace to bop Whip.
I'd be fine with a second place on first run. That'd be something.
Or killing any ogres anymore, I don't think.
I mean, getting second place on a first run seems fair, right?
Especially of this version of the game, yeah.
So we buy all of that. Fire 2, cure 2, and then just walk away? Okay.
Have you got haste?
Oh, no.
Yeah, grab haste. Okay, yeah, that's comparison again. Hang on, here we
Your
go.
notes actually
Comparison-
don't mention haste, from the looks of it.
I'm currently... I'm almost 6 minutes behind that one run I had that died to chaos. That could have been the best run I've ever done. This is not a good run.
Okay, now I've got it. Haste.
I'll compare against.
Well, you could also always do life comparison against me. That should look at least somewhat positive.
I think you're about 20 seconds behind Whip at this point. By the look
Seems
of it.
fair.
Cool.
What's Whip's time again?
3:21:XX.
Okay, let's grab some chests here. We got the nitro powder.
Nice. I think the fact that you've grabbed the nitro powder before sailing towards the cavern as well, I think you automatically save a minute and a half on Whip because of that. Because he got I think he got halfway to the dwarf mountain before being like, oh, hang on. I think that was world record for a very long time.
Oh boy. Well, I mean, it's the same thing with Lufia 1 US. The world record for the longest time used to have an additional boss fight because he pressed some buttons in the wrong order.
Wow.
But granted, at the time Sigma was literally the only one running it.
Hmm.
So, I mean, it doesn't really motivate to improve it at any point. Hey Flaffy, welcome, welcome, how are you? See, Catnip, you were just asleep. You're all woken up again. Or, yeah. You've awoken from your slumber, and you're now ready to get moving again. Let's blow up the canal, shall we? Wait, losing 4 hours? You cut the run by that much? GG, Saito. Tell me, what changed? Ah, it's tough to get even just get used to all the input lag. It's so different.
It's just so different, but it's not really. Like, it's the same game, but it's not. You know, it's like.
Yeah, I figured. I mean, I kind of knew what I was getting into. And then I didn't, of course, but not bad, not bad. Wait, did you manage to beat the time, or was that some other runner, Saito? 'Cause that sounds like quite the improvement there. Okay, blowing up the canal.
Yeah, make sure you save, or you memo save regularly inside the Cavern of Earth. This is where most of my runs die. Anything that somehow manages to get past Pisca Demons dies here. And if it doesn't, because for some reason this game likes me.
That seems fair. I mean, I know how bad Cavern of Earth can be from GBA and stuff. And I'd imagine it's even worse here, since if something dies, you don't actually have a way of reviving him or her.
That's essentially it. If anything dies, you're screwed. That's pretty much it, as far as I'm concerned. When it comes to the middle of a run, if anything dies, then rip. Wow, I have no Fire 2 left. Ah. I don't. I might have to attempt Vampire a few times. Sure. But I somehow accidentally managed to use up my only Fire 2. It's great.
You use that for the vampire, don't you?
Yep. I mean, if everyone's got mithril swords, you can just throw a haste on someone, and then or a steal. I mean, and then you tend to be alright. But Fire 2 is just faster.
Yeah,
it just deals way more damage.
I'd imagine so.
I'd say the worst offenders in this dungeon for me personally are probably Pisca Demons, but they're really only bad if you just neglect to heal your party members from time to time.
Yeah, that seems fair. Like, if you keep up the health, it might not generally be that bad.
Oh, that's not bad.
Welcome back, Feka. Go away, Wargwolves. Nobody likes you. Like, ever. Period. There's just nothing else to say. Like, if just the wolf encounter would be removed from this game, it would be a better game because of it. Well, I mean, the house is mine now, starting since today, so soon.
Oh yeah, you got yourself a house sorted out. Awesome, man.
Yeah, I bought it earlier today. Wonder, thank you for the host. I mean, all the paperwork is now signed, so technically this is now my house. It's still gonna be like 2 months before the actual moving stuff, but.
See, I do kind of regret moving into a place and renting it. Like, I can't, like, it just... The fact that I'm sort of spending, like, so much money each month to rent this place rather than having like a quantifiable object at the end of it, you know, where you're just like, this is mine. Hope that's enough to kill, and it's almost actually.
That probably not anytime soon, Saito. The PB is good enough as it is right now. Saito asked when I was gonna improve my buying a house percent PB. Not anytime soon. That was enough of a struggle as it is.
Fine.
I hate frickin' cobras, dude.
Yeah.
I just got one fight and 3 characters poisoned. I've got enough antidotes, but still.
I should be fine for haste, I think. I'm not sure. I hope so. I hope so.
Well, I mean, I'm never actually probably going to improve my Gades percent, so that I might PB in buying a house before I do so in Gades percent. Who knows?
Oh.
Nah, that's not completely true, but I don't intend on improving my Gades percent time anytime soon. Was your Cavern of Earth up to Vampire just this good, or...?
It was a fairly bog standard one, to be honest. Like, it wasn't incredibly bad. I think I had like 1 Pisca Demon encounter, and that's it. So it was, as far as the encounters go, it was fairly average.
Because I'm losing time on you between Mystic Key and Vampire, and I'm not I'm not even on the Vampire 4 yet.
It's probably mainly down to, I think you had a couple of pretty bad sea encounters, didn't you?
That's fair.
Because it was fairly just, it was, I hate to say this because it's the worst thing that'll ever come out of my mouth, but I'd say that segment for me was pretty smooth sailing.
Okay, fair enough.
I really didn't want to say it. It nearly came out of my mouth, and I was like, "Hang on, let's stop and think about this for a second."
We don't pick up the 3k or the 3.5k guild chest, do we?
Where is that?
Cavern
I think the
of Earth
fact that I
B3?
don't know where it is sort of says that you don't need it.
That's fair. It's, by the way, in the middle of the B3 on the north side.
Oh, that door. Yeah, I think I know where that is, yeah. I don't pick it up. I mean, feel free to pick it up. But you tend to get a lot of gil in comparison to how much you need to spend in this run. Because there's only potions, there's no high potions, and there's no ethers. So you don't need to spend more. You spend like 1/3 of what you would spend in terms of consumable items. And that's before even looking at Phoenix Downs.
Yeah, that's fair.
Generally speaking, you do not buy much in this run, except for topping up your potions every now and again.
Okay, fair enough. Also, I just got into a fun Pisco Demon fight. 4 frickin' Piscos.
Yeah. Oh, that's something that you'll find out very quickly when you get to the point where you're going to pick... Oh god, no. When you get to the point where you're going to be picking up the Earth Rod. that shadows are 99% of the time back attack.
Yeah, I know. I know, it's the opposite of what it is in PSP and GBA. Okay, that was a disgusting vampire split.
Yeah, that was bad. That was generally not a great one for me. Either, like, for some reason, I think it's just because I know that I can pull out much, much better times in the beginning. Just by not having terrible luck on the encounters, but that requires, like, hundreds of resets before you get stuff like that, and it's just...
I mean, a 55-minute flat vampire is just not something I'm happy with. That, like, it just doesn't even sound good to me.
Nah. The one thing that I hate about this run for me is basically the segment between vampire and lich. You wouldn't, because of other versions of this game that I run, you know, I'm under the impression that it shouldn't take me 20 minutes just to do this segment. It doesn't feel like that in any other run. I mean, obviously not in PSP because, you know, PSP is PSP at the end of the day. But GBA, it's not that long. It doesn't feel that long.
But in GBA, you generally have emergency exit, so you're out very quickly, which makes it feel a lot faster to begin with.
Yeah.
That's a very big difference between the two, if you ask me.
Yeah.
The 6 wolf ambush.
Where am I? 10, 10, 10, 9. Cool, I'm happy with that. I think... Is it level 9? No, it's level 10. It's level 10 when you get the charm.
So what level do you want to be going into Cavern of Earth for the second time for the way to Lich?
You want at least one, if not both, of your red mages to be level 10. Which, if neither of them die at all, then they'll both be the same level. But... you essentially... It's not so much you need them to be, but preferably, they need to be level 10 when you use the cottage before going in.
Yeah, so you get haste, right?
Hmm. If you're nowhere near, it's not worth going for it. It's not worth taking the time to grind out the encounters, but...
No, but I've got one well into 9 somewhere, which is why I asked.
Yeah.
I've got 8 and 9, I think.
Like, yeah, if you fight ogres, that sort of thing, ogre chiefs, any tigers that you run into in the giant's cave are worth a fair bit of experience as well. But
I've actually got both on 9. Never mind. The 8
yeah,
is
as long as neither of them have died, they'll be on the same level.
Yeah, but one of my characters died near the start. I can't remember which one that was.
I think you said it was a warrior died to Astos. So
no, not to Astos, but before.
Oh yeah, I think I remember you saying that one of them. Yeah, it was on. It was in the Sahagin encounter or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, just out of it. I just parked my ship.
They wouldn't have gained any experience in that time that they were dead anyway. So.
I think I killed that encounter, which is the one encounter difference.
Ah. Yeah.
It was catnip, so my warrior, according to chat.
Mm.
So it's all good. Well, I'm not referring to the death at Astos.
No, that's essentially a guaranteed death. Like, it's very rare that you don't get someone like killed in that fight ever.
Well, here comes the shadow ambush.
Eat gargoyle. Mmm. Oh, hello. That's a point. Forgot about the tons of equipment that you pick up in the dwarf's cavern.
Wait, you actually pick up the items in Dwarf's Cavern? Oh wait, yeah, sorry, I mean, I was thinking Giant's Cave for some reason.
I think those ones are spiked tile protected anyway, so it's like...
Yeah, then especially not that you don't want to bother. But for some reason in my mind it said Giant's Cave instead of Dwarf Cavern.
Just used a potion on a warrior for 1 HP. Well done, Rory. Well done, Rory.
Fair enough. Gotta use those potions at some point, right?
Yep.
See, I don't understand what that giant disappears into. He just walks into the wall and vanishes in thin air.
I think that bit is really awful in GBA and PSP because you can sort of see where he's going, but because they realise, oh hang on, he's just sort of walking off the screen there, they try and make it look like he's going somewhere, which takes even longer. I think it's the smoothest of the transitions in this version.
Well, I mean, GBA has the same. It just same as PSX. It's just PSP where they do that differently.
Hive mummies, I'm not afraid of no sleep block.
Okay, let's go grab the Earth Rod. Ah, I guess that would explain it. I don't really know if that's a theory I'm gonna stick to, but I guess it would explain it. My chat's suggesting he has the ability to fuse with the stones.
Huh.
It would explain it. Not really sure yet if I'm gonna stand by that theory, but it would work. Hey, Milk Toast.
Well, that's another thing as well. That's a PSX special, if you like. You have to go into the inventory and manually use the Earth Rod.
That's good to know. Cool. That's dumb. I'm assuming that counts for the loot as well, then.
Counts for the loot. Counts for the bottle fairy.
Oh god. Well, the bottle fairy, you can just use it close to the lake and it would cut the animation partially, hopefully. Probably not.
I get the feeling that using immediately is the slowest, and then if you're like halfway there, then it tends to be faster. But again, it's not something I've tested. That's just based on feel more than anything for me. I just feel like it's faster to do it a little bit along the way. I haven't tried doing it right by the lake, though. There's a surprise.
Well, time to try that then. Like just new strats on the fly. Been running this game for an hour, 4 minutes and 16 seconds. Let's come up with some route changes.
No, this is PSX, not PSP.
Doesn't mean we can't do the same here.
Yeah, that was like the weirdest period of time. Was when I think it was around the time that you and Chrono had like when I'd noticed that you guys had started running the game, and then we just started doing races all the time, and then we were like, hang on a second. Like every single race, someone was like, "What if we did this instead?"
I know, right?
Like it started off with, "Do we really need to level the thief to 31?" And then when we started looking into all bosses, it was like, "Oh wait, hang on a second. Do we need Hilaga?"
Yep. Those were the days, dude. Those were the days.
Come on, Lich, be nice to me today.
Oh god, you're all the way at Lich already? Dang, I've pretty much the entire Cavern of Earth behind you. Rip me for for casually beating the world record. I mean, I knew that wasn't gonna happen like this, but...
Not like this.
Oh, come on, seriously? That feel when a cottage doesn't heal to full?
Yeah, that's something that... It's pretty dumb. That Ice 2 nearly killed Ood.
You got Sigma in there? No wonder.
I've always named the my party members after for X. I always name them after the current world record holders for each category.
Does that include me at any point, Kappa?
It's got me for PSX, Sandbag for NES, Nikki for GBA, and Ood for PSP.
Fair enough. I guess console world record isn't good enough anymore.
I'll start using console world record if you want, but then that means that it's going to go back to Gaia instead of Nikki as well. Oh, that was
yeah.
Good.
Speaking of which, Saito, are you still around by any chance? Because I actually had a question for you.
Oh, are you running emulator?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there is a time difference. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know the full extent of the difference. I think it's about a minute for every hour.
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken.
I know.
So it's only...
Yeah, I mean, what would you expect? I don't even have a PS1 or a PS2.
Yeah. I think getting a PS2 is probably the best decision I've ever made.
So, Saito, me and Leonis were actually discussing potentially doing full bestiary GBA, and I was wondering if I could come back on you potentially sending it through the mail, because if you'd be willing to do that, maybe I can actually run that on console rather than emulator, which would be pretty sweet. I mean, I know I said before I didn't really have any plans to run GBA on console seriously anytime soon, but...
It would be worth doing. It would be worth doing, I think, because, I mean, don't forget that it's 1 and 2 when you get it on GBA.
Well, I mean, Saito has a card of it, and he said I could use that.
Nah! Rip Ood. I completely forgot to heal. I just forgot, and so he was like, I only noticed as I was trying to flee from a warg wolf encounter that he only had 3 HP remaining.
Rip.
Ah well. There's a shrine in, well, there's a church in Crescent Lake.
Oh right, you've already killed Lich, so no big deal. But yeah, I'm very much aware that emulator, especially for PS1, isn't accurate by any means.
I think PS1, it's accurate to PS1 if you play on a PS1, but if you're playing on a PS2, then it means fast disk speed is a thing.
Oh right, so
that's the main difference between...
So MU would be slower then?
MU is slower than console if you run on a PS2, but I think it's, if I'm not mistaken, it's close if you're running on a PS1.
So that being said, it would only give me a disadvantage right now.
Yeah, it's the same across every, like, anyone who... Oh, I went too high. Like, with FF9, emulator runs tend to be a good 10 minutes slower than non-emulator runs.
Fair enough.
But it is also a similar sort of difference. You can get that sort of difference between different types of PS2 if you get the newest, if you get a 90K compared to a 70K, for instance. Very strange world, the world of speedrunning PS1 games.
I would imagine, but then again, I mean, I'm never seriously going to run any PS1 games. So, there's that. I mean, I may do the occasional meme run of this, and then maybe full bestiary in that as well or something, just for the memes.
Full bestiary is something that's sort of piqued my interest with PSX from time to time, but realistically speaking, it would only mean grind for Warmech every now and again, or grind for Warmech, which would essentially be the worst thing to fight in the run anyway.
I mean, grind for Warmech and grind for Tyrannosaurus, don't forget that one.
Yeah,
that's a
true.
fun one too.
Yeah. Iron Golem as well.
Oh yeah.
Fair few fun ones actually, isn't there?
There are. GBA actually has a couple more still.
I think, wasn't there something that you missed in Whisperwind or something at one point, if I remember correctly?
At one point.
I think there was one, yeah.
Not in my current run, but yeah.
400 gil to revive people in Crescent Lake. Imagine that, it costs 40 gil to bring someone back from the dead. Like, churches would make a killing. They really would.
They'd make a good profit, that's for certain. Yeah, this is basically just for fun, Catnip. I don't intend to run this seriously, ever.
I'm essentially the only person that has ever thought, let's get this down to an actual time. But even then, I'm just sort of like...
Yeah, no. I've done enough on PSP any percent and PSP all bosses.
Just shields. Combat shield.
I mean, I'm basically running this just so that I've got another FF1 run on the board, and I'm pretty much on every single board except for the NES run.
Yeah, NES is the only one I'm... NES and Wonders 1, but that doesn't really count. Why was I getting a weapon? Why was I buying weapons? What am I doing?
I actually have the emulator ready. I'm interested to try that sometime.
See, Wonders 1, I can't remember which run it's the most similar to. I think Wonders 1 is similar to PSX. Yeah, I think PSX is the Wonders 1 emulator. Or it basically, well no, the same run as Wonders 1.
Then I'd imagine that time is very beatable. So, I think
it's the PSX route with the loading times of the GBA, if I remember correctly, or something along those lines. It's like definitely beatable.
I mean, I think the run right now is at like 5-0 something.
Hmm.
That just seems like, yeah, let's just try that. That being said though, you should run that for PS or for FF2. FF2 Wonder Swan. Just another free world record.
World record. Honestly, I just do not see anyone ever beating my FF2 run. Like, other than me, because I just don't think anyone will want to.
Fair
Like,
enough.
maybe if I somehow manage to get a route going that's 100% consistent and not slow as hell, then maybe I'll accidentally poke the beast that is Karakan to run it. But cause he's got the he has a segmented run on SDA, which is like a 216, something dumb like that. Like, it's mental how fast the segmented run is in comparison to the RTA.
Okay, I'm finally at Lich.
Like, I think there's only a 15-minute difference between my time and Lenofis' segmented run.
Oh, Ice 2 right off the bat, fun.
No, I think one of your characters might get hit bad by it, but generally speaking, it's not a bad move.
I seem to be doing well. My lowest character is at 94 health right now.
Yeah, magic isn't too big of it. There's only one part in this run where magic is something that can kill you, and that's in Ice Cavern.
Well,
but then again, it's Fire 3. It can kill you in every run.
Yeah,
so.
and I mean, it's Cavern of Ice. It's gonna be done. I mean, Cavern of Ice has always been, like, the dumbest cave out there.
Yeah.
I wouldn't imagine that's different for PSX. Well, let's Lich down. Nobody died. And everybody is still at least around 100 health.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I think everyone got hit by for like 60 or 70, except for one of my red mages that got hit for like 150, and I was like, what? Right, I'm gonna actually save like every floor in this attempt.
Wait, do you still...
Do I still what, sorry?
What, like, you do... You still do Citadel, then Cavern of Ice, I'm assuming?
I do Cavern of Ice and Citadel. Mainly because A, world map movement is better. I think we all know that. And B, it means that I feel like you're less likely to die to something stupid in Citadel if you're higher leveled, which you would be.
That's fair. I mean, my splits are going to say Citadel, Evil Eye, level 33, so I know it's going to be off, but that's because I just got my GBA splits and was like, whatever.
That, and also level 33 isn't a thing.
Yeah, I know it's not.
So short, it's nice.
Okay, how does it do, Tom? Any luck so far?
This run's no longer single segment.
Oh, mine stopped being single segment a long time ago.
Right. Gold needle.
Can I please run away, Wargwolves? Can I please? Thank you. Okay, well, it sounds like you've got a reasonable shot at it then. Yeah, that seems fair. That's probably the hardest part to begin with, you know, getting it to actually land.
One Wraith had like 12 HP left, and that's when they decide to successfully run away. Thank you. Thank you so much for that, one Red Mages.
That seems fair, Tom. I mean, it's... I'd imagine just doing a run of that particular game would by no means ever be easy. Oh, good going, Troll. Good going. 90-something damage in one hit. Cool. Thank you, Rip Nicky. Oh well, there's our church coming up, so it should be fine. It's dumb though.
Yeah. Luckily, once the class change happens, we can learn life and we don't have to go to a church every time we want to revive someone. Incredibly limited charges, but better than nothing.
I mean, normally you're limited on your amount of Phoenix Downs anyway. You can buy more, but...
Here's the thing, by the time you go into Chaos Shrine though, you have enough money to buy hundreds, or you have enough money to buy a sizable amount, rather than the 4 that you have going into it.
True.
Ooh. I've forgotten something. I forgot to pick up the flame sword.
Well, we got the canoe.
Nice.
So you need level 15, right?
Yeah, I normally grind Evil Eye until 15. If I'm doing like a just like a safe run where I'm like saving everywhere and everything, I'll grind Evil Eye to level 15 just to guarantee it.
Yeah, okay, makes sense. Wait, what level would you need in order to use teleport? Isn't that like...
I think it's 15. It's just 15, I think. You need 15 for that level of spells, I think. Or for the MP for that level of spells.
That's a lot sooner than in the other or in the other ports, but okay.
Yeah, it's a lot earlier on all of the magic learning, which is nice. Because it's 18, I think, for even for black mages and white mages in PSP, but it's just...
Yeah, it's 18 in PSP for black and white, but then 15 for PSX.
Yeah.
For a red mage, for that matter. So that seems like a bit weird, but okay, whatever. So we're gonna skip this split. We're gonna move Citadel of Trials down later, I guess.
If you ever plan on doing this run again, what you could do is just split for it as you normally would. Like, just replace the names in your head and then just rename them both later on.
Yeah, I'm too lazy to do that. Especially because it's a category that it's doubtful that I'll ever run it again. I mean, assuming it's not something more meme-like, like full bestiary.
At which point you'll have to remake your splits anyway. Or, well, yeah.
Not really.
No, because you basically try and get more mech and that's it.
Well, it's a bit more than just getting a war mech, but...
Aye, that and a handful of other enemies, yeah. It's not like there's extra dungeons or anything in this version.
No, very true, but I meant like there is plenty of other 1 in 64s that are very, very annoying to begin with. Granted, none of them will be as bad as War Mech, but I highly doubt they'll be fun. You know, something like a Tyrannosaurus and the Iron Golem and stuff like that.
What level am I? I'm only 14, wow. I must have been skimping on the random encounters today. Normally it doesn't take that long at all to hit. But today it's just...
You've just been too lazy today, Rory.
Yeah.
That's all on you. How I love Cockatree's mummy ambush. Even if it wasn't for the fact that that was such a small pack, I probably just would have reset to begin with. Save me the trouble.
So this will be the last one I do it, I think, and then I'll just proceed. Nice. Right. Good period of time later.
Gives me a chance to catch up a bit, so to speak. Not really, but... Ah, healing is so slow.
Yep.
Tell me, why did you like this version again?
I don't know. I really don't.
Oh yeah, I'll send you my contact or my address and stuff in the Discord later. No worries, Saito. Thanks again. Like that's gonna help out a ton actually. Nice fight, dude. Nice. That's how I like my fights. I got a single Mind Flyer encounter. You know, those things are fun. So he Mind Blasted me and that paralyzed 3 characters. Then my lone red mage that was somehow still not paralyzed, he got a chance to attack. And he just attacked, didn't kill them, and then he attacked again. He suddenly was able to go first, and then instantly killed him.
It's always nice when the end is almost there, and then suddenly you stop it from ending. It's just like, yes. Yes! It's like there's just a higher power telling you that this run has to proceed.
Yeah, something like that. Why are you named Remora? You're named Remoras in later versions. Shame on you, game.
There's quite a few things like that. This one, which is nice. I think. I'm trying to remember what else there is. I think in GBA, Warmech is called Death Machine or something, though. It's called Death Machine. It's like, what?
Oh, this is fun. I should have honestly just tried a run.
I've just had to reset like 5 times in the space of as many minutes because I've just randomly died to encounters that I don't want to die to.
I just encountered two white dragons.
They're a bit more dangerous in this version.
I killed them.
They're generally a bit more dangerous.
I killed them as if it was nothing.
Oh, do you know what is awful? Green dragons.
Oh yeah, I would imagine. Hello, Evil Eye. Oh, Bull 2, that's not what I wanted you to do. Now I need to heal again, you meanie. You meanie.
Huh. There was not very many canoe encounters.
So, out of curiosity, how are you doing on your PB right now?
Against PB, I have no idea. I don't want to look. I know it's bad.
Fair enough.
Oh, you also have to manually use the Levy Stone.
Oh, okay. I mean, that doesn't actually surprise me much.
No. Any key items, just use them. Don't assume that they're going to turn themselves on.
Healing is so slow in this game. It's
Yeah.
almost as bad as GBA.
GBA is not GBA is not too bad, I don't think.
Nah, this is worse than GBA. But GBA is pretty dumb as well. If you're used to the PSP, at least. Like in PSP, it's just mash, and you're good. Okay, I'm level 14, so I should almost be good to go. And Evil Eye has not really been kind to me thus far. See, now that was a good Evil Eye fight. Can I get that again, please? Rip. $15, please. That might be 15. Good enough. One of them is on 15 already. So now we're suddenly level 33 because reasons, at least according to my splits. Good thing I just saved. I don't think Bloodbones are that bad, but still. I mean, could have been another white dragon for all I care. Or that. Rip me, dude. Rip me. Wait, what happened to Rory? Rory? Can somebody check if Rory is still streaming? Cause he just dropped out of the race channel. Come on. Okay, he's typing something in the Discord. Something isn't looking good, at least. Yeah, I figured he would be. Problem is, I can't check the Discord without having to stop playing. Well, not really so much stop playing, but without being able to do anything in the game. So I saw he was typing something, but I can't actually read it. Oh, it looks pretty bad. I think he just had a blackout of some kind. I mean, I'm seeing some... I saw, like, one message appear quickly. But I've got, like, 5 seconds to check, and then I need to be back on the game, so I can't actually properly read it. What am I doing, dude? Okay, this gives me a cutscene. He just had a blackout from the looks of it. And even though I don't know the details, it looks like that's, you know, end of story pretty much. At least that's what I saw during the cutscene, but I wasn't able to read everything. We'll have to go with it. We'll see. He'll probably, you know, pop in one way or another. Don't tell me this is not a landing. This isn't a landing spot here. That's not a landing spot in PSX. That's dumb. Hey, you know it, Catnip. You know it. I mean, Poison seems like a name that would suit the warrior, right? Okay, nice preemptive. Yeah, no worries, Catnip. Thanks for dropping in today. That tent is not nearly going to cut it, but whatever. Oh wait, I can actually use the top part of the teleporter as well in this, that's right. I completely forgot about that. There's only a few versions where you can. I remembered this is one of those. I think you can in the NES as well, but that's about it. Teleporting off the top of that teleporter seems weird. That might just be me, but it looks weird. Okay, nightmares. You know what? Let's follow, I believe, Nikki's advice. Nightmares, you just save before and hope you run away. Seems like a solid strat. I don't like Fire 1. Fire 1 can be a pretty bad move here. I'm just gonna use some potions to heal up a bit. Hey Nuclear, welcome. How are you? How about now? I'm doing quite well myself, thank you. What's that, Feka? Okay. What's the worst news? Or the terrible one? Hello, Snack. Welcome. How are you doing today, Snack? Ah, yeah, I can see how that's even worse. Ah, so that's it, eh? Well, you caught me at a good moment then. Well, Rory kinda... I don't know if he dropped out or not, but from what I read for like the split second that I was in the Discord, that he had a power outage, and because of that might have had to quit the race. I don't know the details though. I haven't heard or seen from Rory yet, so... Obviously, Sandbag. Obviously. All I need now is like a decent time. Okay, fair enough. But no, this is literally my first run, and I was racing Rory, who holds the world record in this. Speaking of frame drops, now I'm starting to drop frames. Apologies about these frame drops, guys. Not much I can do. So speaking of bad or tech issues, I guess. Okay, I just dropped well over 300 frames for no particular reason. Yeah, no. I'm done with ambushes. Yeah, no worries, Feka. I'll see you on Sunday. Oh god, that damage. Dude. 100 damage at once. Because reasons. Of course, there's literally 3 tiles of land here, and now I get this. It's literally like 3 tiles of land I need to go through, and I get an encounter this bad on it. Yeah, hell no. There's a reason nobody runs PSX, Sandbag. That will not improve if you make a no save and quit category. That wasn't a Tyrannosaurus, that was an Allosaurus. And yeah, I don't generally run glitchless runs, so I'm not used to how hard it hits to begin with. Okay, so we've got left Mount Gulg, Citadel, or no, not Citadel, Mount Gulg, Sunken Waterfall, Mirage, Chaos Shrine, and Flying Fortress, pretty much. Let's see how things go, shall we? First, let's do a little bit of shopping here. Not sure why I bought that. I mean, what do you expect, Sandbag? We're trying to go fast. I'm assuming easy mode is faster than normal mode. That's just an assumption, but I'm assuming that it is. I mean, isn't like the plan to take the fastest possible route? I'm assuming that that helps. Okay guys, let's do gold. Quick warning for those with epilepsy, just a seizure warning ahead. Because this place is pretty darn brutal. Nope. Nope, I have not considered a thing, Sandbag, because I'm not running this too seriously. I'm running this over the fact that I'm running this. There's nothing to it. There's plenty to improve, no doubt about it, but I don't think I'm going to bother just yet. Wow. Come on, game. This is Mount Gulg. You're not supposed to get encounters in Mount Gulg. Especially not 3 on floor 1. Yeah, I know, Snack. That's really annoying, but the PSX version has that. Just another reason why nobody runs PSX ever. With the exception of Rory, maybe. So what even are the differences between easy mode and normal mode, Sandbag? Because I don't even know. I just assumed I needed to take easy mode, because, you know, that sounds like it would be faster than normal mode. I mean, go ahead. I'm pretty sure Rory really wants somebody to actually just beat him. But at this point, that isn't gonna happen. So, what's the problem with that? That just sounds like it would be less grindy. And I'm all for less grindy, honestly. Not even sub 2 Merilith? Rip me, dude. Rip me. Yeah, I can't help you with that. I'm sorry, Sandbag. You'll have to find one on your own. Fire 2. Sweet. Oh, that does a significant bit of damage. Neat. Oh, come on. My A button didn't want to press there for some reason. Dude, nice. Just bam Raphael down for no apparent reason. No, mistakes. I was racing Rory, but something happened and I haven't heard from him since. This was pretty much a blind race against the world record holder. Okay, I can actually buy some more cottages in the next town. Use that to stock up until the end of the game. Can we do this in PSX? I figured we couldn't. I think you can do that in the NES version. Also, movement is like uncontrollable on the airship. Wait, what do I even sell? Wait, why would you ever do Waterfall, then Gaia, then Melman, or then, Sunken? That makes no sense. I guess it makes sense from a money perspective, but to me that just makes no sense at all. Nah, I don't get the reasoning behind that, like, at all. Oh, right. I actually need to do this. Fair enough, but we're gonna try to take a shortcut anyway. See if we can use it to save a little bit of time. Oh well, let's see how Waterfall is going to treat us. This dungeon can be particularly bad in the, or in any of the runs really, or rather any of the runs with the exception of the PSP version. PSP, it's generally not that bad. Still no luck with running? There we go. Okay, I'm not gonna run away, or I'm not gonna reset for clay golems, mainly because I know they don't have to be particularly bad to begin with. They're generally pretty easy to run from. There we go. Don't kill anyone, please, Pyralisks. Thank you. Honestly, I hate all the encounters. Every single one of them. Oh, this thing. A 1 in 64 green dragon. This is a 1 in 64 encounter. It's the rarest thing in the entire cave. And we just randomly get it. It's also one of the worst encounters in this entire place. No, it's the worst encounter in this place. We still got through, but... And the level up is nice, I guess. That definitely can't hurt. Oh, just any mystics. Any encounter is annoying. This one being a very particularly nasty one. Nightmares are terrible to run from, like, every single time. No, I don't want to fight you, Nightmares. Never, please. I hate those things, you know. Nightmares are just terrible. We're nearing the end of Waterfall, so... Come on, game. Can we please? We might not want to equip that. That's my last teleport spell. I'll use a cottage outside of Onrak. That's fine. Actually, considering my health, the inn might be the better option, because I'd actually be at full health again. Yeah, the inn might be faster in this case. Mainly just so that I'll actually be at full health going into the next dungeon, which would be pretty useful. Also, why am I dropping frames again? There is literally no reason why I should ever be dropping frames. Again, my apologies about that. I have no idea why that's happening. Seriously, can I stop dropping these frames? How bad is it, guys? Because it's hard for me to tell how bad it actually is, but it doesn't look too good. Okay, it actually seems like it's stabilizing again. Yeah, I stopped dropping frames again, but like there's no reason why I should suddenly out of the blue drop 700 frames. There's just no reason whatsoever, and my ISP did this earlier today during the marathon as well. I actually had to, like, it actually cut stream for a bit, and there's just no reason why that should happen. See? We got ice too. It's a clever backup strat. I don't even think the notes mention this, but I think it's a clever little strat. The only thing I don't have is Fire 3, because I don't have the MP for that. So I'm actually kind of comparing to my GBA splits. I mean, they're not completely a fair comparison, but just to give me an idea of what kind of pace this could be. And I'm only very slightly behind my GBA run. My GBA run is about 2 minutes faster on Rosetta Stone. That magic. No, to you, warp. Should have made a safety save earlier. Shouldn't be that bad to kill 3 ghosts, but it's kind of dumb. Or not my, by the way, it's not my GBA PB actually, it's my PSP glitchless PB I'm comparing to. I'm doing that off screen so you guys can't see it, but it's just for myself so that I have an idea of pace. And I mean, it gives a somewhat decent comparison, because like if I were to get exactly my PSP glitchless PB, which is practically impossible because I'm going to lose time on Chaos' Shrine and a ton of it, but let's say that were to happen, then the time itself would be like good enough to beat Rory with a fair margin. Like I said, it's not gonna happen, but it would be pretty hype. But I think Rory gets a ton of extra stuff in the next dungeon. So I'm bound to lose time there compared to my GB or PSP glitchless PB. Also, I'm short at teleport, which doesn't help. It's fine. Pretty much anything that isn't ghosts I can live with, you know? Oh, come on. 3 tiles? For reals, game? For real? Okay, I still need to grab the ribbon and then we can get moving for Kraken. Okay, let me actually see what the strat is for Kraken. Let's see, Warriors attack. Rhythmic steal. Okay, that's pretty easy actually. That's the ribbon. Ribbon. He's not supposed to hold gauntlets. Whatever. Just go ahead with the other ice too. That might actually not kill. That'll do. These guys can deal some damage, so let's hopefully run away. Thank you. Actually, yeah, let's just kill this. I don't think deep eyes have a lot of health. I might have been wrong in that. If I recall, this combination gives a good bit of experience, which is why I considered killing it. I know white sharks do, and I seem to remember somewhere that deep eyes do as well. Well, that looked like a level up at least. I mean, extra levels don't hurt, so... I mean, it's not terrible if I decide to get a couple. The only problem is that healing up from low health takes forever in this game. Ice 2. See, that's the power of Ice 2 right there. Well, it worked well on one character at least. Well, here goes nothing. I mean, it's a fantastic game. It's definitely worth the time. I can tell you that much. No. Haste, steal. We got the steal off before anything else. That's completely fine. Ouch! Game, please. Just the one shot on Nikki right there. Nice crits. He just keeps critting me, dude. Could you stop, like, right frickin' now? I'm about 3.5, nah, a little bit more, like almost 4 minutes behind PSP PD. So that'd be 307 pace, roughly. Compared to that, roughly 307 pace. I mean, I know I will lose time in the final dungeon. In any case, three crystals down, 1 to go. Does he still... he doesn't have the magic left for that. So we're gonna leave Nikki dead just for a little bit. Yeah, I can leave Nikki dead. Whatever. Because I'm gonna make a couple stops soon anyway. Most notably in Gaia. I can heal up completely when I reach Gaia. Yeah, I can heal up when I reach Gaia. That'll be fine. Because I need to buy some additional defense stuff. A ruby armlet and 4 protect rings. Right. No MP. I'm so used to just teleporting out of this place, but I just don't have the MP for it. Sell that. What else can I sell that's actually worth a decent amount? Could have just sold that to begin with. There we go. That'll do. I mean, this is where we start losing time compared to like a PSP or GBA run. But that's all fine. You know, we're just gonna get the God final dungeon. And then somehow world record because of that. Just no encounters Chaos' Shrine. Also, I kind of need to buy potions at some point. Because with my current stack, I'm not gonna last long. How do I want to play this? I think I may make a stop in Crescent Lake for that. Yeah, we'll make a stop in Crescent Lake for that. Gotta play it safe. Oh boy, just staying above this one square is difficult enough as it is. Let alone just landing there. And then the entire walk. Cool! Cool! That's a 3 in 64 encounter. And it ambushes me. And it's a crit, and it actually manages to use Earthquake, and it killed 2 characters. Cool. What a game. See, and that kind of stuff is why single segment is never going to happen. Well, it may happen, but, like, not as an actual category. I just mean get the God run, and you're done. Also, as expected, I'm losing a significant bit of time. Or I guess I'm quote-unquote losing a significant bit of time. I'm not really comparing against any actual PSX runs, so wouldn't really make for a fair comparison, but whatever. I think we're on like 309, 310 pace compared to PSP glitchless. Which, to be fair, at this point doesn't seem like that bad a pace. Even with the knowledge of how much we will be losing still on Tiamat and on Chaos' Shrine. go. Well, I mean, it's an ambush, but at least it's just Hill Gigasus, so I can run away. I mean, as long as it's not unrunnable stuff, I'm fine with it for the most. Unless it's something like a sandworm that decides to just randomly kill me for no apparent reason. Okay, so I'm imagining this dungeon to be really dumb. I am very much hoping that I'm wrong at that, but I'm imagining this dungeon to be really dumb. Come on, they're just vampires, they're not difficult. Okay, just one. Just don't blaze me. Of course, dude. I'm gonna try to get to the next floor without having to heal, and then we'll heal on the heal and save on the next floor. Ideally, just before Blue Eye or Blue Dragon. Yeah, I'll try to heal before Blue Dragon. That's fine, as long as I can kill off this dragon. There we go. Neat. Okay, just Flying Fortress and Chaos' Shrine left. We got this, guys. Half an hour isn't enough for the two of them, but we got this. I mean, in any other category, it might have been enough. In GBA, that would have had a chance. In PSP, that would actually be realistic, but Not in this, I don't think. Okay, 2 items I need to grab here. So there is the... Of course that hit him. There's the ribbon that we're gonna get quickly, and then there is the adamantite, which we're gonna use to get Excalibur. Actually, my notes also mentioned to get the robes, and I have no idea where those are. Um... Oh, come on. I wasn't paying attention for a second there. Because I was looking up where the white robes are. Okay, let's see, hold on. I think I know now. Okay, we can do this. I know now. It's on this side. Let's remove the poison before somebody gets a seizure. Can we just run away, please? I really don't like this encounter. Yeah, pretty much. Trust me, I've seen the animation of walking around poisoned. That is... It's definitely not good for somebody that would have epilepsy. As much as I would like to just keep moving, I'm not gonna do that with a character dead. I only get to resurrect people a few times. I don't want to spend a resurrection on that. Hey, Rakshasa shouldn't be too bad. Nine encounter ambush, literally 2 tiles after a save. How about no? Still don't like this, but at least I can work with it. Oh, come on. Can you guys hit, please? Oh boy. I was about to save as well. I don't think Dark Warriors are scary. Let's hope I'm not wrong. Let's make for the teleporter and then save. No thank you. Okay, time for the final crystal, guys. Actually... Okay, maybe I should focus my steals on Ashgore for now. I pressed up game. Not that it matters, Catnip is starting to deal a decent amount of damage, but... Hey Canis, I wouldn't hurt you under the skin. Just Tiamat. That's the only one that's gonna get hurt. And plus, we don't really care about experience in this run. I mean, I'm only level 17 or something, or 18 maybe, I don't know. Yeah, this is definitely no longer world record world record chances. If there were any to begin with, I lost it in this dungeon. Let's try to get second place though. I mean, if I finish within 28 minutes away from Tiamat, which seems reasonable, that should be like second place and a time that would once have been world record. First of all, I need to heal though. Then we're gonna get Excalibur and then we'll do that. Okay, just gonna quickly stock up on some potions. Because I feel like I might just need those for the final dungeon. Where am I going? Rip me, dude. Rip me. This is the guy I need to talk to. He's gonna give me Excalibur. Yeah, I did, Sandbag. I did. Gotta get Excalibur, right? And as far as I'm aware, that's the best way to get it. Skeleton, shouldn't you guys be running away instead? I mean, like I said, it's the only place I know where to get it. If you know of a better place to get Excalibur, I'd love to hear it, but... I mean, Sandbag, it's just all a sign, you know? A sign that, this'll beat the second place time. Because if I can't beat the world record, maybe I can at least casually beat the former world record. I mean, we've got a good amount of time left in order for me to still beat that, so we might be able to. I know, right under the skin. You'd expect I'd be taking a ton of damage here, but it's not that bad. I'm not on pace for world record. World record finishes in 16 minutes, which would mean I'd literally have to do this faster than I did in PSP run, in PSP glitchless. And just because of the slow healing, there is no way this is ever going to be faster than PSP glitchless. Okay, I'm gonna have to kind of memo save through this floor now. I can't take another green dragon pack. So yeah, for comparison, in PSP glitchless, my PB for that, I beat this boss at 242. And the healing is a lot faster in that category than it is in this one. I mean, who knows? My PB had a pretty bad Chaos' Shrine in that, so second place should be very realistic still. That's why I'm going to save a lot on this floor, mainly because of that encounter pack. That's not a fun one to fight. Dude, there are other encounters here, you know? I'm telling you, that's not the only encounter on this floor. There is other stuff here. Dude, what is this? This is like the worst floor I've had of this in a long time. Seriously, there is other stuff. Not that this is a great deal better, but at least I can kill this. Oh wow. Don't tell me I'm going to splice now. Cool game. Cool. Can somebody in chat confirm that it's back again? I have no idea why that happened just now. It's just, again, my ISP being dumb. Like, why the hell am I dropping frames? Like, why the frick am I even splicing? Okay, dude, what the hell was that? Like, frickin' seriously? I mean, honestly, I'm very much now that this place is actually mine, I'm very much considering just switching ISP. Because of this kind of bullcrap. It just shouldn't happen. Not this regularly. Come on, 2 steps? Don't do this to me, game. Please, let me finish. Just let me finish with like a half-decent time. So that I can feel good about myself. I mean, I've got 15 minutes left until the number 2 time. That should be doable. No. Well, that was Flare. I hate that move. It's just, ugh, it's so devastating every time. Okay. I was expecting him to have a little bit more health than that. Whatever, I'll take it. Yeah, we're just gonna cure 2 for a little bit. Yeah, that's combined only with fire. I can use as many of these as I want, I don't need to worry about it. Every other move I gotta watch it. With Cure 2 I've got spare, so it's all good. I can heal up my warrior if need be. Although if I can keep him at around 400, I probably won't even bother. That was to be expected. That's fine though. Fire 2 doesn't do that much damage, luckily. This should put me at, like, enough to probably just one-shot again. Ah, we didn't one-shot. That's unfortunate. That won't kill because of Ribbon. Yeah. Without ribbon, maybe. But with ribbon, nah. We've got 10 minutes for 2 refights, 2 floors, and chaos. Assuming this floor doesn't treat me too poorly, we should be good. Okay, we're gonna do that slightly different. That's just not, no. Because I don't want to start using Blizzara for literally every encounter. I probably could, but I don't want to. So we're just gonna hop through this floor the old-fashioned way, memo saving everywhere. World record is pretty much fighting chaos now, so that's definitely not possible. Because world record is a 3:14 something, so that's not realistic. Second place should still be. Okay, here we go. No. White robes. Haste steel. Okay, let's see. What actually is the second time exactly? I know it's a 2 or 3:21 something, but yeah, world record passed 10 seconds ago. Cool. That's not a huge deal, actually. It's annoying, but it's not a huge deal as long as I can win. So we're aiming for 3:21 and 27 and under, basically. Even that's going to be tight. Okay, well, all the more reason to play on easy, honestly. No, he's got diamond armor, I believe. Was hoping to take that stretch there. Second place might not be realistic either. Third, definitely. I mean, that's 14 minutes left, but... Also, I'm really starting to run out of potions here. No, Giant's Glove, White Robe, Haste Steel. Yeah, second place seems unrealistic. That's bad news for me. Don't do this to me, Tiamat. Yeah, no. I've got 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes. Yeah, 2 minutes to beat Chaos from here, pretty much. Yeah, the fight would have to take less than a minute. That's... I think I'm gonna miss second place by like half a minute or something. Yeah, no, that's not realistic. 3:21:27 is the second place time. So that's 30 seconds. Yeah, this is third place, unfortunately. But I'll take a third place for a first run. Okay, second place just finished as well. I know, right? At least he's doing that much. That might kill Nikki and Catnip. It would be fine if it would. But it probably will. It didn't kill Cat or Nikki yet, actually. Neat. He's got about 2,000 left. Yeah, we missed second place by a little over a minute. I figured as much. Still, 3:22 for a first run. I gotta say, that's only like a minute 12 away from second place. And I technically beat the world record holder in the race. I'm gonna see what the race looks like, because I think I'm just gonna forfeit the match, honestly. Yeah. Because it wouldn't be fair to Rory. I'm gonna have to... And with that, let's host somebody, because I really need to head to bed. For a first run, that's a decent time. That's only 8 minutes off of world record, considering this early game. Like, my early game was terrible, and still only a couple minutes off. You know what? Let's host Louis. Let's host Liquid. So, before anybody goes, a quick raid message from me. So go to this guy's chat. He's doing casual stuff. And goes put that in his chat, and I'll be there over there as well, and I'll see you guys tomorrow probably.